Waalaikumsalam.
Wah, udah ready ya? Sudah
Ready.
PPT-nya sudah ada.
Mm-mm.
Oke, so group one ya, we got Miss Mary, Miss
Ya,
Rahayu,
ya Miss.
Miss Fitri, and Miss
Yes.
Asti. Oke, so please, time is your to present, guys.
Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam.
warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Good afternoon to our lecturer, Ibu Dr. Turjana MPD, and to all our friends of the postgraduate program at Unindra University. First of all, let us praise and thank to the Almighty God for His blessings, which allow us to gather here today for our class session in good health and high spirits. Today, we are from the first group are going to present a topic about teaching grammar and vocabulary under the course methodology in TESOL. But before we start into the material, please allow me to introduce our members. The first one is myself. My name is Fitri Maulidia, and I will be the moderator for today's session. And the second one is Miss Rahayu Erlina. The third one is Miss Marianti, and the last one is Astri Permatasari. Well, our presentation will be divided into two main sessions. The first one is we will discuss the theoretical frameworks of teaching grammar and vocabulary. After that, at the end of our presentation, we will conduct a demo teaching session. And in this demo teaching, we will practice how to teach a grammar lesson using CLT or communicative language teaching approach. We hope this presentation will give us a clearer, practical picture of how to implement the theory into a real classroom environment. Okay, without further ado, let us start with the first session. The first material will be explained by Miss Rahayu. Time is yours, Miss Rahayu.
Okay, thank you, Miss Fitri. Good afternoon, everyone. In this time, I want to convey about how to teach. Teaching grammar and vocabulary equal teaching how to communicate, not just memorize rules. The goal is not students know the formula. Goal is students can use it to say something real. Here's the breakdown. The first one is teaching grammar from rules to tools. The first one is old way. Today we learn present simple. Subject plus verb 1 plus S or is. Do exercise 1 until 20. And the CLT way, why do you usually do at 5 a.m.? Let's find the pattern together. We have three core principles. The first is context first, rule later. Students need to hear or see grammar working in real life before analyzing it. Example, saw 30-second video, a day in my life. Students hear, I wake up, I go, she works. They feel the pattern before you name it present simple. The second one is meaning from use. Meaning, do students understand I wake up at 5 a.m. equal daily habit. Form now show the structure. I, you, we, they plus verb 1, he, she, it plus verb 1 plus subject. Use practice with their own routine. I wake up, my mom cooks at. If you skip meaning, students can fill blanks but cannot speak. The third one is guided discovery lecture. Don't say the rule. Ask, look at these three sentences. What's the same? What changed when the subject is she? Students remember rules they discover 3 times better than rules you tell them. Maybe that's from me. Sweet three.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ayu, for the explanation. Next session will be explained by Miss Mary. Miss Mary, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Fitri. Okay, the second is teaching vocabulary from the list. Chunks for life. Old way, memorize 20 words, wake up, breakfast, school, and etc. CLT way, let's map your day with words you actually need. Okay, the next slide. Personalize equals remember. Words stick when tied to students' life or emotions instead of school,
Okay.
teacher, book. Ask what 3 things are on your desk at 7 a.m. Now the vocabulary is their phone, Quran, bread, that's personal, that sticks. Okay, the next slide. Core principles. Teach chunks, not single words. Native speakers don't think word by word. They use chunks that take a shower, go to bed, have dinner. Teaching take plus shower separately makes students say, do a shower, teach the whole chunk. Okay, the next slide. Multiply exposure in the different skills. One word needs 8 until 12 exposures to stick, so one word must appear in listening, speaking, reading, and writing. For example, is a breakfast, hear it in video, eat in text, write about my breakfast. Okay, and the next slide. Techniques that works. Really, what is this? Aurelia bring real bread for bread, real toothbrush for brush teeth. Mine or TPR, act, walk, wake up, brush teeth, body remembers. Mind map is a put daily routine in a center, branch out 2 times, 5 a.m., 7 a.m., and 7 p.m. Okay, the next slide is the biggest mistakes in the classroom. Oh, sorry, the biggest mistake in the class. Separating grammar and vocabulary, real communication never separates them. You never say just present simple. You say, I wake up at 5 a.m. So teach them together using topic based approach. Topic, daily routine, grammar, present simple for habits. So the vocabulary is a wake up, shower, breakfast, go to school, dinner, and sleep.
All right, Miss
Okay, thank
Mary.
you.
Okay, next explanation will be explained by Miss Astri. Miss Astri, please welcome.
Okay, thank you. The next slide, please. Masih belum ya, Mas? Ya, the next with 15 minutes mini lesson. Sorry, Miss, keganti. Okay. Quick 15 minutes mini lesson example. The topic, daily routine, grammar, present simple, and vocab, 5 daily activities. First, warm up, 2 minutes. Show picture of students at 5 a.m. What's he doing? Is it wake up? Second, presentation, 4 minutes. For example, play 30-second video. Students list 3 things they see. I wake up, I take a shower, and I have breakfast. The third, practice 5 minutes. For example, pair work, students A, what do you do at 7 a.m.? Student B, I have breakfast. And the last production 4 minutes. For example, find 2 friends who do the same thing at 5 a.m. as you. Fluency and accuracy. The next slide, please. Ideas. Ask questions and understand others. A student who says, I go to school 7 a.m.
As the English teacher, and I kindly ask all of you, my friends, to act as my students. So let's start the classroom simulation. Okay, wait for a while. Okay, is it clear enough?
Itu masih kecil kayaknya ya, Miss, ya? Belum full screen nih?
Sudah full
Oh,
screen.
segini ya? Oh, udah. Oke.
Iya, kecil
Udah
ya.
ya.
Udah, oke.
Udah
Loading
ada suaranya ya?
sepertinya loading. Sudah terlihat full?
Masih di sini sih hasilnya kecil, Miss. Nggak apa-apa.
Kecil ya? Oke,
Iya.
wait. Oke, aku stop dulu sebentar. Oke.
Udah, mendingan.
Belum.
Aduh.
WhatsApp, itu yang muncul WhatsApp. Mendingan
Sudah.
Nah, ini.
Oke, aduh. Jadi kebaca kan. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fitri Maulidia. Today, I would like to demonstrate how to teach grammar, especially simple present tense, using the CLP approach. Communicative language teaching emphasizes communication as the main goal of language learning. So students are encouraged to use English meaningfully in a real life situation. Therefore, grammar is not taught merely as rules to memorize, but as a tool for communication. So in this lesson, students will learn the simple present tense through interactive activities, pair work, and communicative tasks. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify the use of simple present tense, construct simple present sentence correctly as an answer questions about daily routines, and communicate information about habit and routines using simple present tense. Okay, now I would like to begin the demonstration. Yeah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Miss.
Today, wow, I can see so many bright smiles here for today. Before we start our lesson, let's check our readiness first. If you can hear my voice, please clap once.
Once. Banyak amat tadi.
Kebanyakan ya, maaf.
Okay.
So excited, Miss.
Okay, thank you. If you are ready to learn, please clap twice. Thank you, Mary. You are a good student. Today we are going to learn something very exciting and useful for your everyday life. We are going to master the simple present tense, our goal today is very simple, understanding and using the simple present tense confidently. Okay, next one. Okay, now look at the screen, everyone. I have a question for all of you. What do you do every morning? Look at the picture. Picture
I
number
wake
one.
up every morning.
Yes, good job, Patuhu. So picture number one, I wake up every morning. And then how about picture number two? Miss Mary, how about picture number two?
Brush teeth.
Yeah, in the complete sentence, she
She
brushes
brushes
her
her teeth.
teeth. Good job. And then the last picture, Miss Putri Ngawirabaya. What is the simple sentence from this picture?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay, what do you do every morning? Look at the third picture. What
Um,
is the picture? Describe.
I eat breakfast.
Good job. Great. And then,
Yeah.
okay, good job. Look at the form. This one, the formula. I eat breakfast every day, and then she wakes up in the morning. Do you notice any difference between I eat and she wakes?
Yes,
Yes,
S.
yes.
Yes.
There is an S at the end of the
The word.
verb. Okay, thank you. And then next. So, why and when do we use this tense? We use the simple present for three main reasons in our daily communication. The first one is for habit and routines. Habit and routines is thing we do again and again, right? For example, she drinks coffee. Yeah. And then the second situation is for fact and general truths. General truths is things that are always true. For example, the sun rises in the east. We all know it doesn't rise from the west, right? And then the third one is feeling, stout, and instruction. For example, I like chocolate. So the simple present tense is used in everyday communications. Talk about routine, facts, feelings, and instruction. Knowing when to use it makes your English clear and natural. Okay, are you ready for the next slide? This one. Let's look at the formula. It's like a secret code, but it's very easy. The first box, we have the positive sentence. How to make positive sentence using simple present tense. The first one is subject plus verb 1, S or ES, and plus object. Don't forget we use S or ES for subject he, she, it, and we use only base verb for ayu, dewi, or plural subject without verb s or s. Look at the example. She plays badminton. Because the subject is she, so we add s. But if the subject is they, it becomes they study English. No s needed. Right? Clear? And then how to change the negative sentence? We use auxiliary verbs do or does not. Yeah. So the example is she does not play badminton. They do not study English. Notice that plays changes back to play because does already took the S. For plural, become they do not study English. And then the next one, how to change into interrogative sentence or question sentence. Put do or does plus subject plus verb 1 plus object plus questions mark. For example, does she play badminton? Or do they study as the English teacher? And I kindly ask all of you, my friends, to act as my students. So let's start the classroom simulation. Okay, wait for a while. Okay, is it clear enough?
Itu masih kecil kayaknya ya, Miss. Belum full screen nih.
Sudah full
Oh,
screen.
segini ya? Oh, udah. Oke.
Iya, kecil
Udah
ya.
ya.
Udah, oke.
Enggak
Loading
ada suaranya ya?
sepertinya loading. Sudah terlihat full?
Masih di sini sih hasilnya kecil, Miss. Nggak apa-apa.
Kecil ya? Oke,
Iya.
wait. Oke, aku stop dulu sebentar. Oke.
Udah, mendingan.
Belum.
Aduh.
WhatsApp, itu yang muncul WhatsApp. Mendingan ya, mendingan
Sudah.
Nah, ini.
Oke,
Nah.
aduh. Jadi kebaca kan. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fitri Maulidia. Today, I would like to demonstrate how to teach grammar, especially simple present tense, using the CLT approach. Communicative language teaching emphasizes communication as the main goal of language learning. So students are encouraged to use English meaningfully in a real life situation. Therefore, grammar is not taught merely as rules to memorize, but as a tool for communication. So in this lesson, student will learn the simple present tense through interactive activities, pair work, and communicative tasks. At the end of the lesson, student will be able to identify the use of simple present tense, construct simple present sentence correctly as an answer questions about daily routines, and communicate information about habit and routines using simple present tense. Okay, now I would like to begin the demonstration ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Miss.
Today, wow, I can see so many bright smiles here for today. Before we start our lesson, let's check our readiness first. If you can hear my voice, please clap once.
Once. Banyak amat tadi.
Kebanyakan ya, maaf.
Okay.
I'm so excited, Miss.
Okay, thank you. If you are ready to learn, please clap twice. Thank you, Mary. You are a good student. Today, we are going to learn something very exciting and useful for your everyday life. We are going to master the simple present tense. Our goal today is very simple, understanding and using the simple present tense confidently. Okay, next one. Okay, now look at the screen, everyone. I have a question for all of you. What do you do every morning? Look at the picture. Picture
I
number
wake
one.
up every morning.
Yes, good job, Patuhu. So picture number one, I wake up every morning. And then how about picture number two? Miss Mary, how about picture number two?
Brush teeth.
Yeah, in the complete sentence, she brushes her teeth. Good job. And then the last picture, Miss Putri Ngawirabaya. What is the simple sentence from this picture?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay, what do you do every morning? Look at the third picture. What is the picture? Describe.
I eat breakfast.
Good job. Great. And then, okay, good job. Look at the form. This one, the formula. I eat breakfast every day, and then she wakes up in the morning. Do you notice any difference between I eat and she wakes?
Yes, S.
Yes. There is an S at the end of the verb. Okay, thank you. And then next. So, why and when do we use this tense? We use the simple present for three main reasons in our daily communication. The first one is for habit and routines. Habit and routines is thing we do again and again, right? For example, she drinks coffee. Yeah. And then the second situation is for fact and general truths. General truths is things that are always true. For example, the sun rises in the east. We all know it doesn't rise from the west, right? And then the third one is feeling, stout, and instruction. For example, I like chocolate. So the simple present tense is used in everyday communications. Talk about routine, facts, feelings, and instruction. Knowing when to use it makes your English clear and natural. Okay, are you ready for the next slide? This one, let's look at the formula. It's like a secret code, but it's very easy. The first box, we have the positive sentence. How to make positive sentence using simple present tense. The first one is subject plus verb 1, S or ES, and plus object. Don't forget we use S or ES for subject he, she, it, and we use only base verb for ayu, dewi, or plural subject without verb s or s. Look at the example. She plays badminton. Because the subject is she, so we add s. But if the subject is they, it becomes they study English. No s needed. Right? Clear? And then how to change the negative sentence? We use auxiliary verbs do or does not. Yeah. So the example is she does not play badminton. They do not study English. Notice that plays changes back to play because does already took the S. For plural, become they do not study English. And then the next one, how to change into interrogative sentence or question sentence. Put do or does plus subject plus verb 1 plus object plus questions mark. For example, does she play badminton or do they study?
He does not study English every day. Terus
Yes.
ganti lagi jadi to the interrogative or question mark. Does he study English every day?
Okay, good job. Jawabannya, the answer is yes,
Yes.
he does
He
or
does, therefore
no,
study.
he doesn't.
Makanya.
Okay. Next, number 2, Mr. Tuhu, can you help me to answer the question?
Yes.
They go
For
to
negative
school.
sentence,
Hmm,
they do not go to school by bus.
good
And
job.
for the interrogative sentence, do they go to school by bus?
Okay, and then the last one is Miss Putri again. My sister watches television after dinner. How to change it into interrogative sentence and negative sentence?
Does my sister watch television after dinner?
Yes, and then for negative sentence?
My sister doesn't watch television after dinner.
Okay, thank you. Next one. Okay. Uh, before we wrap up our class, is there any question? No, yeah.
No.
Okay, no
Oh,
question.
let's
Oh,
go home.
okay. That means everything is very crystal clear, right? Okay. Thank you so much for your active participation and wonderful energy for today. Thank you for the participant. And then Q&A will be berapa? Aduh, kan jadi bingung. Oke, selanjutnya
Okay.
Q&A session ya, Miss ya.
Iya,
Iya,
Oke.
Q&A session.
Oke. Ada yang mau bertanya, teman-teman semua?
Atau mungkin sharing teman-teman.
Itu
Ya.
Bapak Ket
Oh,
tuh.
itu
Bapak
sudah
Ket.
ada yang tunjuk tangan, Pak Tuhu. Silahkan pertanyaannya. Yang simpel-simpel aja ya,
Question
Pak.
is, yeah, thank you for the opportunity. The
Oke.
question is that how can multiply exposures to vocabulary improve long-term retention? I repeat, how can multiple exposures to vocabulary improve long-term retention.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Next questions, Miss Esther.
Okay, thank you for the group for the explanation. I will ask the question. A teacher begins a lesson by writing the formula present simple subject plus verb 1 plus S or ES on the board. And then ask students to complete 20 exercise. So analyze this approach from a CLT perspective. Yeah, please analyze this approach from a CLT perspective. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Esther. And then next questions, Miss Sophie.
Okay, thank you, Miss, for the opportunities. And I will question. The question is, design a short classroom activity that integrates grammar and vocabulary when teaching the topic daily routine.
Okay, a daily routine, yeah, design a short classroom. Okay, next questions for number 4. Is there any question? Or maybe enough? 3 question? Okay, I think the first question will be answered by Miss Rahayu, yeah. Miss Rahayu?
Okay, thank you. I try to answer for the question from Miss Esther. The question from Miss Esther, a teacher begins a lesson by writing the formula present simple, subject of 1 plus SES on the board and ask students to complete 20 exercise. Analyze this approach from a CLT perspective.
Okay.
The answer is, from a CLT perspective, this approach is too form-focused and does not provide meaningful context. Students may memorize the rule but fail to use it in authentic communication. CLT recommends introducing grammar through real-life situations and encouraging students to discover patterns themselves.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ayu.
Okay,
Is it
thank you.
clear enough, Miss Esther?
Okay, thank you, Miss Ayu, for the answer.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Next question will be answered by Miss Asria.
Thank you, Miss. Okay. I will. The answer is from Mr. Suhu. I want to repeat the question. How can multiple exposures to vocabulary improve long-term retention? Provide an example. Okay. The answer is repeat exposures through listening, speaking, reading, and writing strengthens memory connections and improves vocabulary retention. For example, the word breakfast can be heard in a video, spoken in pair work, read in a text, and written in a paragraph. Is it clear, Mr. Tuhu?
Thank you for the answer, Miss Asli.
Okay,
You're welcome.
for the last questions will be answered by Miss Mary.
Is it number 3 right? Yeah, Miss Sophia.
Yeah, Sophie.
Okay, Sophie. I'm trying to answer the question is design a short classroom activity integrates grammar and vocabulary when teaching the topic daily routine. Okay, for example, we make a classroom is an activity find someone who. This is I put for the level elementary, so the grammar focus for the present present simple tense. So the vocabulary focus is daily routine like wake up, brush teeth, have a breakfast, go to school, do homework, watch TV, and sleep. So produce the step one, we have the vocabulary review 5 minutes. So the teacher introduce or reviews daily routine vocabulary using picture or flashcard. For example, is a wake up, take a shower, have a breakfast, go to school, do homework. For the step two, model sentence 3 minutes. We give only 3 minutes. The teacher provides example. For first, I wake up at 6 a.m. And the second example is that she does her homework after school. So the student notice the present simple structure. So the step three is a survey activity. We give the 10 minutes only. So the students walk around the classroom and ask the classmates, do you have breakfast at 6 a.m.? Or another question, do you watch TV every day? Or another question again, do you do homework after dinner? They record classmates the answer. And then the step four is the reporting. We just give the 5 minutes. So the students share their finding. For example, Rina wakes up at 5 a.m. Budi watches the TV every evening. And then the third example is three students do homework after dinner. So from design, the short classroom activity is the benefit that I have. The benefits is first is practice grammar and vocabulary together, and the second one is encourage authentic communication, and the third develops speaking, listening, reading, and writing skill, and the last is creates meaningful language use. Is it clear, Miss Sophie?
Yes, Miss. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, well, this is all for our presentation today. Thank you for your attention. At the end of word, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke guys ya, ini grupnya bagus sekali ya penyajiannya dari
Halo, halo kan.
Halo. Itu kenapa sih? Halo.
Kenapa guys?
Enggak kok tiba-tiba enggak ada. Aku mau nanya.
Halo. Fitri hari ini kenapa sih?
Gue lagi nggak connect. Ini berisik banget di sekitar.
Atuh, like apa like? Sudah jawab like apa?
Kenapa, Bang?
Mbak tuh sampai bapaknya ngomong like dia masih nanya like apa like yang
gue bacanya hi tahu, gue bacanya hi. Terus kata Win, kok patuh salah sih?
Gue berasa ngeliatnya dulu.
Kan yang like kan ya? Likes gitu.
Saya bacanya hi, Pak. Saya bacanya hi. Di jawaban saya tuh likes. Mana S-nya? Saya mau ngomong gini. Mana S-nya?
Maksudnya sih?
Enggak, Bapak bener. Saya enggak konsen sih. Rame banget.
Iya, makanya gue ngeliat lu berdua tuh dari tadi ketawa kayak bapak sama anak lagi berantem.
Ini dokter.
Mana ngegas lagi.
Tambah lagi dosennya keluar. Halo.
Ini udah selesai ya? Halo.
Dosennya.
Ini udah selesai ya?
Belum, Bapak. Ini dosennya mental. Dosennya mental terus.
Nggak bilang. Ambigu banget sih Fitri. Halo.
Berarti udahan nih. Ini. Bentar, disuruh nunggu bentar.
Gue gak konsen. Terus gue juga
tadi di grup kirim pesan.
Apaan?
Jawab dulu deh.
Iya.
Apa tuh? Dia mau ke toilet.
Bahkan Mer, pas penutupan aja gue bingung. Aduh, gue harus ngomong apa ya? Ya Allah, astagfirullahaladzim. Ya Allah, gini nih kalau di luar.
Lucunya lu ngomong halo, lalu kenapa? Fitri hari ini halo. Udah berantem kayak bapak sama anak. Like Pak, like apa likes? Like apa? Di record nggak tuh? Kalau di record gue mau.
Gue kira
Di record, Mer.
aduh,
Di
Di
record.
record. Boleh
kata
tuh
gue
Pak. Itu aja
kata gue
dipotong.
gini kata gue gini, kok Patu salah sih jawabnya like, apa gue yang budek ya? Astagfirullah.
Padahal dari tadi
Padahal
sebelum
gue
mulai
salah baca.
dia ngomong sama Putri udah kedengeran kan suara gue, soalnya berisik. Dia sendiri malah like apa likes. Gue ketawa-tawa tuh nggak dari tadi.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Mana
18.
tulisannya? Oh, gue rasa habis baterai kayaknya.
18 sih.
Kayaknya
Habis
lobet
baterai.
itu.
Iya. Halo. Itu ya.
Halo. Udah Mer. Ya Allah. Gak tahan Mer.
Kirain, sorry Mbak. Saya numpang ngecas ya.
Iya, nggak apa-apa.
Iya,
Ya,
Pak,
ngecas
nggak
aja,
apa-apa,
Pak. Kita
boleh.
bayar.
Numpang apa dia?
Ada siapa
Numpang apa?
Pak yang
Ngecas.
dicas, Pak?
Dia ngecas.
Ih,
Ini lagi
Bapak
satu
numpang.
numpang
Jangan
ngecas.
suka cas sembarangan, Pak.
Iya, Pak.
Nanti HP-nya
Penyakit.
hilang, HP-nya.
Fitri, gimana sih Fitri?
Astagfirullahaladzim. Welcome, Miss.
Nah,
Welcome.
Oke, ya. Sorry ya, guys.
Iya, nggak apa-apa, Miss.
Seru banget sih ini Miss Mary, Miss Fitri, seru banget apa?
Enggak, soalnya ibu lagi kepental, dia ngomong halo gitu.
Oh. Oh iya guys, please ya, give big applause this group. Ya tadi belum kan, mana ikonnya? Ikonnya dong. Nah ada love, ya. Oh ada good. Okay, yeah guys, so I think it is already clear ya for the teacher teaching for grammar and vocabulary. Nah, tadi juga ya presenter sudah mendemonstrasikan how to teach grammar gitu ya sama vocabulary. Tapi tadi grammarnya itu menggunakan simple present tense. Nah, tadi juga ya semuanya siswanya sudah pada tahu tuh ya penggunaan daripada simple present tense. Bapak Ibu mohon maaf, ada azan, kita dengerin dulu ya Bapak Ibu ya, saya matikan dulu. Oke, kita lanjut kembali. Nah, tadi Bapak Ibu yang menarik adalah pada teaching grammar and vocabulary using CLT. Nah, CLT itu maksudnya apa? Communicative or conceptual teaching learning?
Komunikatif.
Komunikatif. Ya. Oke. Nah, tadi yang saya dengar tadi dihubungkan gini ya. Materi dihubungkan dengan real life gitu ya. Nah, kalau real life itu kan apa? Conceptual teaching learning. Konseptual karena gini ya, kalau konseptual kan apa, materi-materi itu ya dihubungkan dengan kehidupan kita, misalnya kan yang kita sudah bahas misalnya apa, food gitu ya, order the food, how to apa ya, how to teach procedure itu kan real life. Nah kalau misalnya komunikatif itu ya tidak dihubungkan dengan real life tapi apa ya, dengan penggunaan materi-materi supaya siswa itu bisa berkomunikasi gitu. Gimana tadi teman-teman? Maksudnya apa? Komunikatif atau kontekstual teaching learning? Halo? Yuk, tadi gimana?
Komunikatif, Miss.
Komunikatif.
Iya.
Komunikatif.
Teaching
Ya,
learning, iya.
komunikatif. Nah, di situ tadi tadi saya mendengar ada kata real life gitu. Dihubungkan dengan real life. Nah, coba kalau konseptual teaching learning seperti apa pengertiannya?
Apa Miss? Konteks?
Kontekstual teaching learning. Konteks. Kita kan kalau misalnya sekarang itu apa? Belajar selalu dihubungkan dengan kehidupan nyata supaya apa? Ya siswa mengingat ya materi-materi yang telah diajarkan karena ya tadi ya supaya bermakna pembelajaran itu karena ya sehari-harinya kita sudah pelajari.
Lebih ke approach ya. Jadi kayak kalau contextual learning itu is an approach where you learn new ideas and skill by connecting them to the real life situation. Berarti masuknya ke contextual, bukan communicative berarti.
Iya, makanya tadi saya
Iya. Berarti kalau real situation itu lebih ke kontekstual ya, Miss ya?
Iya.
Oh iya, oke. Penjabarannya salah.
Komunikatif ya.
Iya.
Karena showing the expression kan?
Iya, betul.
Showing the expression.
Iya.
Gitu.
Judulnya salah gitu, tapi pendekatannya maksudnya ke kontekstual, real situation.
Oke, thank you for the explanation, teman-teman. Nah, tadi saya pengen tahu lagi, teman-teman. Misalnya gini ya, again gitu kan, tahu kan? You again, ya. Misalnya Patuhu nih, Patuhu nakal banget deh. You again, gitu ya. Nah, saya pengen tahu again or again. Coba cek deh, how to pronounce again or again. Yang betul yang mana, teman-teman? Again. Yang mana? Yang betul. Apa, Ibu Nurlina?
Again, maybe, ma'am.
Again.
Coba cek lagi.
Again.
Ininya, apa sih namanya? Fonetik simbolnya seperti apa? Coba fonetik simbolnya. Again or again. Kan tulisannya again gitu ya. A gitu kan. G-A-I-N. Gitu kan? Nah, lalu pronunciation-nya seperti apa? Coba tolong dicek. Pakai fonetik simbolnya seperti apa? Karena di sini saya rasa masih banyak yang apa ya, mungkin kurang pas untuk apa pronounce-nya. Sudah ketemu teman-teman? Sudah ketemu Miss Fitri? Apa? Gimana?
Udah.
Ya, apa?
Again.
Iya. Betul. Again kan?
Itu iya.
Iya, again gitu ya.
Tapi in British. Iya, tapi di sini ada tulisannya in British again atau American English again. ada dua pengucapan.
Oh gitu, ada dua. Oh, nah
Iya,
kita fokus ke
iya
mana nih biasanya?
for British, uh,
Gimana?
American
British.
ya biasanya, American English,
British.
American English.
American English. Gimana kalau American English pakainya apa tadi? How to
Again.
pronounce?
American English itu again.
Itu American ya?
American.
Iya,
Iya.
American. Nah, kita biasanya apa sih? Karena kan kalau British beda ya. How to apa tuh?
Iya.
Bukan dialek apa sih?
Accent,
Iya,
accentnya.
actionnya
Accent.
betul, Miss
Iya.
Mary. Ya, Miss Mary
Iya,
ya.
betul.
Actionnya beda. Kalau misalnya emang kita pakainya British English, ya udah, berarti again gitu ya. Tapi jangan
Iya.
lupa, ya tadi aksennya itu kan disesuaikan. Tapi kalau kita condongnya ke American English, ya berarti apa pakainya again gitu ya, again. Nah, seperti ini aja Harry Potter. Ya, Harry Potter kan aksennya tuh beda banget.
Iya, betul.
Iya, gitu. Itu aja sih ya, teman-teman. Saya pengen make sure aja tadi ya. Lanjut. Nah, gini teman-teman. Dulu saya ingat sekali ya, dosen saya mengatakan ya, kalau grammar sama vocabulary. Grammar itu kita fokusnya seperti apa? Misalnya ikan. Ya, ikan itu memiliki tulang-tulang. Nah, grammar itu seperti tulang. Nah, vocabulary itu seperti dagingnya. Ya, kalau misalnya ya daging ya atau vocabulary itu kalau tanpa grammar ya, daging ya tanpa ada tulang-tulangnya akan apa ya tadi ya misalkan dia bagus ya grammarnya banyak grammarnya bagus vocabulary-nya banyak kata-kata yang dia miliki ada sinonimnya ada antonimnya tetapi kalau misalnya tidak pas menggunakan grammarnya seperti apa ya pastinya nanti akan ada miscommunication-nya kemudian ya kalau misalnya grammarnya bagus nih ya tulangnya tuh bagus tapi kalau misalnya dagingnya itu sedikit apa rasanya gitu kan ya kalau misalnya grammarnya bagus lalu vocabulary-nya sedikit ya misalnya itu aja yang dipakai pasti akan terasa hambar gitu ya tidak ada tidak ada variasinya ya dalam dalam vocabulary-nya karena kan seperti ini aja teman-teman coba bedanya apa font dengan full font ya font dengan full yang kolam font dengan full apa artinya teman-teman sama-sama kolam kan
Betul, sama-sama
ya
kolam.
coba ada bedanya nggak
Kalau
Pon
pool
kolam
biasanya
ikan kali,
untuk
Bu. Pon untuk
ya
renang.
iya siapa ya Pak Tuhu dulu deh gimana Pak Tuhu
Kalau pon itu
nah,
kolam biasa, kubangan air gitu. Kolam
ya
ikan lah contohnya. Kalau
iya
pool itu untuk berenang
iya jadi bisa
gitu.
disimpulkan seperti apa
Maksudnya apa tuh?
iya seperti apa kan kalau tadi misalnya kalau pond itu untuk kolam ikan apa ya kubangan gitu ya berarti emang sudah ada apa ya sudah ada kan nah tapi kalau pool itu kan kolam renang nah kolam renang itu dibuat atau ada sendiri sih dibuat
Oke,
atau emang punya
kalau
sendiri
Man-made,
pool,
man-made.
ya.
Mm-mm.
Kalau pool itu buatan, kalau pond itu alami.
Nah iya nah, itu bedanya ya jadi kan di sini misalnya kita mau berenang ada nggak teman-teman I wanna swim in the pond. Pernah dengar nggak? Nggak ada ya. Iya. Nah, artinya di sini apa? Ya kalau misalnya grammarnya bagus, tapi tadi ya vocabulary-nya kurang pas, nah itu juga kan tidak bagus juga. Ya, seperti tadi ya ikan kalau misalnya tulangnya bagus, dagingnya sedikit ya kan. Nah, Bapak Ibu Miss Mary senangnya ikannya yang bagaimana? banyak banyak dagingnya tidak.
Saya lebih suka tongkol, Miss.
Oh, tongkol.
Tongkol karena
Tongkol.
nggak ada durinya, ikan dagingnya banyak.
Oh iya iya iya. Oke, ya enak juga ya tongkol.
Iya.
Itu ya teman-teman. Jadi grammar and teaching itu apa sih ya? Sebagai suatu saling apa ya? Terkait ya tidak bisa dipisahkan. Gitu teman-teman. Oke. Nah, kemudian gini. Ya, kalau misalnya anak-anak susah tadi ya, susah diajarkan pada grammar karena kan pastinya ya zaman sekarang mereka itu kan belajar dari mana saja ya. Seperti Brown katakan belajar, dia belajar sebenarnya ya, tapi tanpa disadari. Ya seperti misalnya watching TV, main game, ternyata tuh sebenarnya mereka belajar, belajarnya apa? Kan pakai bahasa Inggris. Nah, jadi dengan demikian ya mereka bisa belajarnya, bisa berkomunikasi bahasa Inggris ya eh, dimanapun bisa gitu ya, tanpa misalnya di kelas. Nah, pertanyaannya ya, artinya di zaman sekarang banyak dong anak yang lebih suka langsung speak up ya dibanding belajar grammar. Betul nggak teman-teman?
Betul.
Ya, udah, ayo gimana tuh cara menghandle-nya? Karena kan tadi ya grammar juga kan penting gitu. Tapi di satu sisi lain, kalau misalnya fokus pada komunikasi ya udah, ayo kita mengajarnya bagaimana nih ya siswa kita apa ya kita berikan build motivation untuk belajar bahasa Inggris ya, komunikasinya fokus kepada komunikasinya. Ya silakan teman-teman, gimana?
By project.
By project apa contohnya? Seperti
Misalnya
tadi ya.
by project kayak misalnya topiknya science. Science-nya contohnya eh tentang apa sih namanya itu? Aduh aku lupa
Apa?
di sekolah. Lava.
Oh ya.
Gimana? Ya, itu how they make the lava using the clay.
Ya.
Ya kan? Bisa dong. Tapi gimana bikin the clay make it strong. Jadi mereka bikin per grup. Kalau aku waktu itu bikinnya per grup, terus bikin claynya itu gimana caranya jadi kaku, terus lavanya benar-benar keluar. Terus udah gitu sampai besok dibawa dan bikin presentasi. Jadi itu yang bikin build communication atau how they speak. Kalau misalnya pun how they communication, terus how they we can learn, we can hear the grammar is correct or wrong, and then kalau misalnya ada grammar yang salah, we can fix it gitu sih, Mem. Jadi by
Oke.
project and presentation.
Oke. Thank you, Miss Mary. Ya, jadi tadi
Sama-sama, Miss.
strateginya apa ya? Strateginya using project and presentation. Oke, coba yang lainnya, Bapak Ibu mungkin ada pengalaman lain. Bapak Ibu kalau misalnya kita ingin apa ya, go to abroad ya, keluar negeri, pastinya ada itu kan ada apa sih namanya? Tes ya, IELTS gitu ya, Bapak Ibu ya?
Interview juga ada, Miss.
Interview. Oh, ada ya. Berarti di sini ada ya, diperlukan speaking.
Iya.
Kirain saya cuma ini aja kayak yang berhubungan dengan grammar, structure, vocabulary. Berarti ada juga ya speakingnya.
Tulis writing and interview ada sih sebenarnya kalau untuk ke abroad gitu.
Oh, iya.
Kalau keluar gitu.
Iya. Ya penting ya. Oke, nah artinya begini teman-teman, ya bisa disampaikan kepada siswanya, kalau misalnya pengen ke luar negeri ya kalian harus bisa juga jago ya, jagonya dalam apa grammar, ya strukturnya bagaimana, karena kan tadi tesnya itu pasti berhubungan dengan vocabulary sama grammar gitu. Kalau misalnya siswanya udah pada jago bahasa Inggrisnya jangan lupa tadi, karena ada ya teman-teman dia jago bahasa Inggris komunikasi pinter, tapi kan tadi mungkin grammarnya kurang. Ada yang gitu nggak teman-teman? Siswanya ada yang begitu tidak? Tapi gini intinya kalau berkomunikasi itu ya tidak semuanya tenses yang kita gunakan ya kan? Ya paling tidak apa past tense, simple present tense, present continuous tense itu kan Bapak Ibu ya. Jadi yang penting ya itu ya mereka bisa berkomunikasinya dengan menggunakan tenses yang familiar. Ya intinya kalau misalnya masuk ke perguruan tinggi, ada kan ya diperlukan TOEFL skornya sekian. Nah, artinya apa? Di sini kita kasih motivasi kepada siswa kita ya untuk tadi belajar grammarnya iya gitu. Halo?
Ya,
Eh,
benar, Miss.
iya,
Benar,
silakan
Miss.
teman-teman yang ingin sharing-sharing. Biasanya ada Mr. Arif. Kemana nih Mr. Arif?
Lagi ngecas.
Oh, biasanya
Lagi
muncul.
nyetir.
Lagi
Lagi ngecas,
ngecas
lagi nyetir.
dia.
Ngecas apa?
Ngecas
Laptop.
handphone. Dia permisi mau
handphone.
ngecas dulu.
Oh, gitu. Iya, biasanya nih ngasih apa nih? Sharing-sharing kan ke kita.
Yang sekolah negeri dong, pengen share apa ya,
Iya,
teman-teman yang sekolah negeri, maksudnya sharing-sharing lah.
iya betul. Di sini enak ya, ada sekolah swasta yang bagus gitu ya,
Iya,
seperti Miss Mary. Kemudian sekolah negerinya banyak ya, saling
iya.
sharing. Gimana sih cara mengajarnya ke siswa?
Mm. Kalau di sekolah aku kan memang maksudnya
Hmm.
basically kalau dikoreksi ya grammar mereka sudah lebih more excellent daripada kita. Jadi kalau
Hmm.
sharing ya udah, kalau inter mah
Hmm.
karena dari TK ya udah nggak bisa diragukan lagi, Miss, gitu.
Betul.
Gitu. Jadi kalaupun tes apapun ya mereka bisa bukan failed lagi tapi udah pass jadinya.
Heeh,
Gitu.
betul
Coba
sekali.
ya cuma kepengen tahu dari teman-teman yang ngajar di sekolah kayak MTS atau misalnya kayak sekolah-sekolah public school itu gimana gitu cara ngajar atau bagaimana gitu.
Mm-mm.
Gitu
Ya,
sih.
silakan teman-teman. Karena kemarin aja Miss Mary sampai apa ya, terkaget-kaget ya. Siswa jumlahnya apa? 40 sampai
50
50. Iya.
itu duduknya di
Sekarang
mana
bukan
itu?
siswa ya, sekarang murid ya, teman-teman. Apa sih istilahnya? Kan kalau waktu zaman saya itu dulu murid. Nah, lalu kan ganti lagi menjadi siswa. Nah, sekarang berbalik lagi ya, balik
Peserta
lagi
didik,
kepada
Mem.
murid. Hah?
Sekarang peserta didik.
Oh iya, peserta didik juga
Oh,
ada.
Peserta
Iya, iya
didik.
lupa.
oh
Benar,
peserta
makasih.
didik. Oh,
Iya.
Peserta didik. Coba apa sih yang penerimaan siswa baru PSB gitu ya tahun
PMB.
lalu ya?
SPMB, SPMB ya?
PPDB,
Gimana sih?
PPDB.
Oh,
Sekarang SPMB. SPMB juga.
SPMB, Mem.
SPMB.
SPMB
PMB.
apa singkatannya coba?
Maaf, sekarang bukan peserta didik lagi, Mem. Sekarang murid
Ah,
kembali ke murid.
Murid
nah
balik
tuh
lagi ke
kan.
murid. Nah,
Sekarang kembali ke murid.
selesai ngecasnya
Makanya
nih.
sekarang ada SPMB. Sistem penerimaan murid baru. Kalau dulu PPDB.
Heeh,
Pendaftaran peserta
heeh.
didik.
Oh,
Punten ya,
Sekarang
meluruskan izin.
iya. Nah ini baru
Izin,
full
Mem,
ya
sambil
HP.
nyetir ini. Saya nanggung lagi ngajar setoran ini. Lagi
Oh
narik
iya
Grab.
iya.
mereka
Terima kasih ya Pak Ari konfirmasinya.
udah selesai. Udah selesai ngecas dia, Mem.
Iya. Iya, jadi kembali ke situ ya, dari murid, siswa, peserta didik. Nah, sekarang
Didik
balik lagi
kembali
ke
lagi.
murid. Iya,
Murid.
gitu. Ya, tapi sama aja sih sebenarnya kan. Intinya sih sama, siswa-siswa juga ya, murid-murid juga. Cuma mungkin lebih apa ya, diperhalus kali bahasanya. Gitu. Baik, teman-teman silakan. Ada yang mau sharing tidak? Ini Pak Arifnya sedang nyetir, Miss Mary, jadi nggak bisa sharing-sharing, kasihan nanti.
Dia mah ya lagi main
Hah?
di go-kart ya.
Hah? Ya udah baik, kalau nggak ada lagi, kita cukupkan aja ya teman-teman ya. Gimana? Kita kepada LMS nih. Siapa yang tidak hadir hari ini?
Boleh, Mem.
Masuk semua kayaknya, Mem.
Oh, masuk semua?
Iya nih, ada nih 21 masuk semua.
Oh iya, sebentar saya. Sekarang pertemuan ke-10.
Iya, Mem.
Ya,
Ya, ke-10 betul.
ya, saya checklist dulu. Ini yang, aduh saya lupa, di mana? Belgia ya? Hadir?
Bukan,
Haris sih
Bulgaria,
namanya.
Bulgaria.
Ya,
Bulgaria,
Bulgaria.
Liga.
Hadir ya?
Liga. Hadir.
Liga hadir, Liga.
Oh,
Hadir, Mem.
Oh, hadir. Mana? Oh
Itu
iya,
yang gambarnya
Liga.
beruang. Liga.
Liga, mem.
Oh ya udah tadi saya sudah checklist semua ya, kata Miss Mary hadir semua, saya sudah checklist. Baik, teman-teman, saya cukupkan sekian ya, karena tadi tidak ada yang mau sharing-sharing ya, mungkin ya next meeting ya, change into the different topic ya, mungkin di sini ya, nanti akan ada yang sharing-sharing karena kan different topic. Kalau yang next week siapa yang akan presentasi?
Saya, Mem. Zahro, Sofi,
Sofi,
Winnie, dan Hasanah.
Oke. Nah, ini ya, speaking and listening ya. Gimana nih ya penyajiannya ya? Ada demonstrasinya juga ya, kayak tadi nih, teman kayak Miss Fitri dan the gang. Oke?
Siap, Mem.
Ya, oke, teman-teman ya. Baik, saya cukupkan pembelajaran hari ini, semoga bermanfaat.
Amin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Izin live, teman-teman.
Iya, Miss.